Hey, everybody, I'm Josh.
I'm Jace.
We're here to watch Nostalgia Critic. This is one of the newer ones.
Yeah, this one was, at the time of watching this one was only uploaded 3 days ago. It's the Terminator.
Yeah. So,
which I have not watched in a long time. Have you ever watched it?
I've watched the first 5 movies. I watched Terminator, Terminator 2, what's the third one called? Is it just Terminator 3? I don't remember what the third one's called.
I don't even know myself.
The fourth one is like Genesis, which sucks. The fifth one I watched, it was like, I think fifth one was Genesis. Then what was the fourth one? Doesn't fucking matter.
Doesn't fucking matter.
They're ass. The first 2 are the only ones worth watching. The rest of them, third one's fine. It's just not as good as the third one. For the second one. The second one's the best one.
Isn't there one that has, I don't know his name.
Christian Bale?
No. I don't know his name.
The guy who played Clash of the Titans?
Yes, him.
He's in the fourth one.
Terminator. Then Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Oh,
Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Terminator Salvation.
That's the fourth
Terminator
one.
Genesis, and then Terminator Dark Fate. There's 6.
I didn't watch Dark Fate. Or the TV show.
There was a show.
There was a show.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oops. Anyways,
this movie came out. I saw it. It's
in the 80s.
It's good.
That's what it said.
It's in the 80s. It's a good movie.
Yeah. So what the fuck does Nostalgia Critic have to say about it?
Well, I think he's doing all of them. He's doing like Terminator month. Yeah. So it's like what the Spider-Man ones. He's gonna do the good ones with the bad ones.
This should be fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's shocking that he hasn't done anything from Marvel Studios.
You mean like the newer model, the MCU? I think I think he's like just not touching it.
Because you know what? I know that he could say some shit about Thor: Dark World.
Yeah.
Anyways, not to mention the Incredible Hulk. Wait, did he do Incredible Hulk?
He did Hulk, the 2003 shitty one. All right, let's go.
With Eric Bana.
Yeah.
All right, we need the Edward Norton one. All right, let's go.
For that Terminator music.
Huh?
The Terminator music. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, there it is. Ha, look at that image. Dude, the teeth line up great. Look at that. Terminator month.
Hello and welcome to Terminator Month. Nader, it's a working title. Like a lot of you, I have had a fascination with these movies. From the first 2 entertaining and groundbreaking films to the other ones. The films left such an impact, it's hard not to still be invested. Arguably Arnold's most famous role, the story of a killing machine arriving from the future, may not be the most mind-blowing, but the characters, stunts, action, and performances make it one
the second one is great.
Often quoted, satirized, and paid homage to, the Terminator movies have inspired a lot in terms of effects, style, and overall attitude.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
You'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back.
You know how after
whenever someone leaves and says I'll be back, I'll be like, okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Everybody was copying the same thing. The early Terminator films were the same. Suddenly, a lot of sci-fi was about stopping an evil future. Everybody had black coats and shades. Killer robots were suddenly all over the place. Most of them had that metallic blue tint. And by God, liquid metal practically ruled the 90s.
Whoa.
But all this began with a little movie that killed, with James Cameron's original, The Terminator.
It is James Cameron.
Released in 1984 on a budget of only $6.5 million, Terminator was a surprise hit.
Only $6.5 million.
That's a low budget for a movie.
He was originally called in to play Michael Biehn's role, as others were considered for the Deadly Machine, including Mel Gibson, Sylvester Stallone, and even O.J. Simpson, who was turned down because Cameron didn't believe he could be a convincing killer. When Cameron met Arnold, though, he instantly saw him in the role. Arnold was hesitant, because he didn't want to play an emotionless robot. He arguably had been playing that enough already.
Yeah.
He agreed, saying the film was underground enough that if it failed, it wouldn't hurt his rising star too much. Not only was it a hit, though, it was a hit that led to sequels, spin-offs, countless...
look at that! Look at those effects!
One of the most iconic movie stars of all time. But with so many years having gone by, does the film still hold up, or is it a case of the right audience at the right time?
Interesting question.
Take a look and see if this is still a sci-fi classic. This is The Terminator. We open in the very modelly looking future of 2029. Man, Biden's stimulus was too much. If you think that joke is instantly dated, take a listen to the opening music. So, One of the interesting things about the Terminator films is they're mostly timeless. There's little hints of the time period it was made in, of course, but for the most part, you can put on any of them and not guess right away when they were made.
Okay.
Except for this one. The 80s
Yeah.
is
Yeah, look at that.
like a Reaganomics episode of He-Man. But it's
Also,
surprisingly
Linda
not
Hamilton,
bad.
I think is the actress's name.
Part of the 80s being
Snack.
focused on is not as much the bright colors and upbeat songs. It's more the dark, gritty, rebelliously unshaven side you don't usually see as much in the 80s section of Halloween
Oh,
stories.
yeah.
It fittingly
God.
adds to the film's atmosphere rather than distracts. The opposite of flicks like...
I'm still listening.
Oh, yeah.
New Kids on the Block.
We take place in the 80s!
Okay, God! Whoa, I'm a black guy in a film about a killer. I know what happens to me.
We get the fuck out of here.
Calls for a 60% chance. Naked Austrians. Oh, I guess it's a 100% chance. Dude, he really was Mr. Universe.
Nice night for a walk, eh?
He approaches a street gang led by Cameron
Give me your
Bill
claws.
Paxton, who I think is challenging him to a gap off.
Fuck you, asshole. Game over, man.
Not gonna lie, I always liked to think he went home and became Chet, making Weird Science an unofficial sequel. And I would argue the most diverse of the Terminator films.
This boy talking about on the telephone, man. What's that? Goddamn, we know there's a telephone.
I wouldn't win that argument, but I'd make it just because it's funny. Once he gets covered up, another visitor from the future arrives, Kyle Reese, played by Michael Biehn.
Yep.
One of the things I immediately enjoy watching this again is how much like an 80s comic book it is. Sometimes it's a little jarring, like Arnold punches a guy and it awkwardly cuts to him just on the ground lifeless. But if you imagine the angles and cuts like comic book panels, it really captures that 80s style of, what's a good name for it? Dirty shadows. Yeah, I like
Dirty
If you were to
Shadows.
take a comic book and use that as a storyboard for a movie, that's actually it's kind of an interesting
I
thought.
smell someone stealing pants down here. No, seriously, how did this chase start?
Why'd you chase him down?
He gets
Oh.
away, and we're introduced to Sarah Connor, played by Linda Hamilton. She's a
Yeah.
waitress who talks to restaurant statues,
Guarded for me, Big Benz.
so there's that. And she's being hunted
Weird.
by the Terminator, who, what is up with that jacket? I mean, I know it's the 80s, but that looks like a janitor uniform got surprise ironed by the Disco Stew coat.
Wow.
Some people mock the glasses in 3, but this gets a free pass.
Whoa.
While Soft borrows a ride, we're shown that Sarah doesn't exactly have the world's greatest job.
Little shit.
Look at it this way, in 100 years, who's gonna care?
I'll still feel bad about that ice cream thing. Strange thing to think about being a skull.
The Terminator
The
enters a
hell?
gun shop ran by, Dick Miller.
Oh no. This guy's so dumb.
Uzi 9mm.
You know your weapons, buddy. Any one of these is ideal for home defense.
You know, I've never owned a gun shop, but is it safe to show off your gun so close to the ammo? See you in
He just loads it in front of the guy.
He's ready to axe off every Sarah Connor in the LA area.
Sarah Connor.
Yes.
Her day she was here, I'm Susan. In fact, no hobbling, Glaze. It doesn't take long to figure out there's a few less Sarah Connors in LA today.
Brutally shot to death at her home this afternoon. Once again, Sarah Connor, 35,
That's your name, dude.
mother of 2.
This doesn't bother her.
Lebowski.
She gets on her totally not Jetsons shirt. George has red hair, they're completely different people. And gets a
That's
phone
weird.
call meant for her roommate.
First summer of the buttons off your blouse, one by one.
Who is this?
Sarah?
I'm not gonna lie, as entertaining as this all is, I am just fascinated by the clothing choices in this movie.
What the
Rhinestone
fuck?
Tank top. It's like they're getting their wardrobe at the Goodwill for Goodwill.
Sarah Ann Connor, secretary, 35.
Is that the... That's the guy from Alien.
It discusses the impressive pile of Sarah Connors adding up. He's played by Lance Hendrickson.
Yeah, Lance Hendrickson.
I want to thank for this entire franchise. You see,
Wait,
one
why?
of the possible financiers didn't think the idea of the Terminator was very scary. So Cameron had Hendrickson dress up like the character, kick open his door, and sit down at the guy's desk. When he asked if that scared him, he replied, "Hell yes," and agreed to the movie. Hendrickson, of course,
That's-
Attaboy, Hendrickson.
made it up.
You gotta convince people that these things are
Yeah.
entertaining.
I'm sure he loved it.
Oh!
Yeah, he was an alien. As an android who got melted.
Better than mortal man deserves.
It's a look that says I should be helping a starship find whales. Gotta give credit. This is one of the few good fake outs I've actually seen in a horror movie.
Huh.
It's legit creepy because the past women were killed at the door, but her roommate also has a date, so it works as a jump and
You have an
totally
iguana?
legitimate reason for the scene to exist. Also, this is a little creepy. Dude, this isn't Baskin Robbins. You don't sample a woman and then pick another one. As much as I love that first fake out, though, this one seems a little silly. Oh, were we supposed to assume Arnold was dropping snacks for a minute? I thought he'd be on top of the fridge! He does end up taking her and the boyfriend out, only to discover neither of them were Sarah Connor.
Hi there. I fooled you. You're talking to a machine. It's okay. Machines need love too.
I have no idea you are romantic. If you're still alive, we could do it. Wait, what if I'm John's father? Oh, I guess that makes more sense.
Sarah calls the police at a local club and finally gets through.
But I don't want to leave. I think there's a guy following me.
Don't go outside or even to the restroom. I'll have a car there in a hot minute.
Okay.
Sadly, a hot minute in California means 3 hours. Naturally, the Terminator finds her first and invites himself in. Don't worry, Lou. I'll get him by climbing up his ass. Seriously, where does she go?
What the fuck?
He spots her, not exactly having the fastest reflexes, but Reese stops and tries to get her to safety.
Come with me if you want to live.
Yep.
Stealing from Casper. Low.
No, come on.
Wait, what?
No, it's just Casper made... all the quotes came from this movie. Other movies referenced it.
Reese gets Sarah out, but the Terminator steals a cop car to chase them.
This is 1L19. Westbound.
I never knew what happened to his eyebrows in this movie.
I did that when...
What's that, Rick?
Oh, you weren't supposed to hear that. Shoot yourself.
Well, okay, Rick, if you say so. They hide out in a parking garage as Reese explains he's there to protect her from the killer cyborg.
The Terminator's an infiltration unit. Microprocessor controlled.
We think he has Intel Pentium insides.
Flesh, skin, hair.
Austrian accent. It's designed to blend in. After several times trying to escape, Sarah finally goes along with what he's saying.
Can you stop it?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm from the future, and like 10 of these have been sent back, so I'm assuming it's possible. He lets her know that the reason she's targeted is because she'll be carrying a child who will grow up into the freedom fighter who will lead the resistance against the machines.
Defense network computers. Trusted to run it all. They say it got smart. A new order of intelligence.
Look, just take this pamphlet, QAnon and You. It also talks about how the lizard people are on the rise. They lose him, but the real police show up, and Sarah says they're outgunned. And I'm sorry, why are people from the future always dumbasses?
Skynet had to wipe out his entire existence.
Why?
Intercept and they blew the whole place.
Do they not know that they
In something
sound
like
crazy?
12 Monkeys, they clarify time travel can mess with you mentally. But in these
Yeah.
films, there's always an idiot who thinks if they tell the truth, everyone will believe them. The only bit of fun comes from everybody's reaction to him.
I could make a career out of this guy. This is fucking great.
So Reese is crazy?
In technical terminology, he's a loon.
I believe the official term is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Sarah, this is what they call body armor. Our TAC guys wear these.
It stops bullets. Do you know what bullets are, Sarah? While the definition of mansplaining is explored,
my
the
God.
Terminator fixes his eye at a nearby hotel.
Look at is that that's a practical effect. It's a whole face.
These effects are a little dated now, but given the time and budget they had, they're
Oh,
pretty
and
mind-blowing.
the budget, yeah.
Creating a robotic head that's supposed to look human both close-up and in medium shots was pretty damn ambitious. And let's face it, it still looks better than a CGI rock.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Followed by him entering the station requesting to see
I'll be back.
You can see both eyes regular right through the
It's
sunglasses.
nothing sacred. Of course, this line wouldn't mean much if it didn't have a memorable follow-up.
Yep. Crashes through the police
Sorry,
station.
sir. The drive-thru's in the back.
Kills so many cops.
It's up the place, but Reese escapes, helping Sarah get out alive. They hide under a bridge when their car runs out of gas.
Cold.
Freezing.
Being nighttime in LA, it is 70 degrees. He gives her his coat and she mends his wounds as they make small talk.
Tell me about my son.
He has your eyes.
What's he like?
Grumpy. He likes to yell at DPs a lot.
What the fuck are you?
Christian Bale.
This triggers a kind of flashback. I mean, this does technically happen in the future, where he remembers surviving with one of the last armies of humans.
What the? What the fuck? That looks so real. Oh.
So what's on the TV tonight? It's always fire! Ooh, a Demolition Man dinner.
Creepy.
Over a picture of Connor just before a Terminator breaks in and shoots up the plates, causing the picture to burn. So, I'm kinda torn on this because these scenes are almost pointless. What I mean is, the picture is important because it shows time is a never-ending loop by the end. Which, granted, is nuked pretty fast in the sequels, but
oh my
thinks
gosh.
the films would have been creepier if we never saw the future. If it was just these two chasing each other, we saw the machine at the end, and we had to put together what the future looks like just based on this image, our imaginations could fill in how terrifying.
That's an interesting idea.
However, with the semi-low budget look, showing the future does help legitimize it a bit. No matter how convincing BN is, it could still come across as cheap if Armageddon was only based on his performance. It's a moot point because you have to see it in the sequels anyway, but I always wondered if it would be scarier if the future was never seen. Then again,
that's a good question.
From odd lines like this.
I was dreaming about dogs.
We use them to spot Terminators.
And we occasionally watch them instead of TV, though sometimes the fire really was on fire. Just as they find themselves a motel, the Terminator is leaving his, leading to easily the funniest scene in the movie.
Got a dead cat in there or what?
Fuck you, asshole.
It's a special moment when you find someone else who also uses that as their ringtone.
Fuck you, asshole. Fuck you, asshole. Fuck.
Hello? You were calling just to make that joke work? Thank you. Sarah can't help but wonder, though. Is there a Mrs. Come With Me If You Want to Live?
Was there someone special?
Someone.
A girl, you know?
No.
This is
I
weird.
can never get over my fake scar falling off. Good luck not noticing
What the
that
hell?
every time you watch this scene.
John Connor gave me a picture of you once. I came across time for you, Sarah. I love you. I always have.
It's weird.
So their romance is a bit sporadic. They've only known each other for a day, and he's already confessing his love.
I love you. I always have.
Weird.
We shall be married.
Ah.
But the adrenaline of the situation,
That's
I
funny.
guess, kind of fuels it. Though looking at a picture every day saying one day I'm gonna bang my commander's mother still comes across as a strange meet-cute. They share a night of passion, but the Terminator finds them pretending to be Sarah's mother.
I love you too, sweetheart.
To be fair, a lot of women think their mothers are emotionless machines. However, they steal a car to escape, outwitting it.
Oh, get run over! Ah, Eep.
The Terminator steals the truck to try and run him over, but they throw a bomb into the tailpipe, blowing up the rear projection.
Whoa, look at that stunt!
One of the great things about Cameron movies is they often have a surprise climax. And it arguably started with Terminator.
Oh,
as
it's
it
so
really
good.
feels like the fight is over. They even showed off what you would assume was left of their effects budget. But the more terrifying
I know, right?
when this happened.
I know, look at this shit. Oh. Fucking iconic.
No way out. No way out.
It's freaky as hell when you discover not only is it not dead, but it's a metal skeleton with an evil brow. An evil brow like one of the skeletons from Army of Darkness.
Oh.
What kind of sicko machines would put that on there?
Okay.
That's stop motion,
Stop
isn't
motion does take down the fear factor.
It looks silly.
I love the creepy movement stop motion usually has, but this moves like Jack Skellington just discovered eggnog. It's a
Oh.
little silly looking.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Have you heard the good news? Skynet saves.
You replace my penis, how kind.
Mine didn't do that. Usually.
I'm getting the feeling of coming in the gym, I'm getting the feeling of coming at home, so I'm coming day and night.
Well, what language do they speak in Austria?
Thus begins the Michael Biehn death curse. Don't worry, my
Oh,
people
no.
will know you be Sean B's record someday. But even then, the machine's not dead.
Oh, yep. Oh, look at that.
I'll bite your legs off!
You're a terminated fucker.
She finally gets him in just the right spot and smashes him.
Alright, we'll call it a draw.
Alright, we'll call it a draw.
Probably put together, Sarah is now pregnant with Reese's son, who will be the savior of the future, and, well, there just aren't that many mommy books about that.
What did he just say?
He says even though he's 4'0", he's somehow got a high-angle picture of you.
There's a storm coming in.
I know.
It's the box office returns for Dark Fate. And that was The Terminator. It's very 80s, but it's very awesome.
Yep.
When you consider
Still enjoyable to watch it to this day, probably.
Decade was Rambo 3.
Absolutely.
I gotta watch. Make sure Emily's seen
And
this.
this only cost $6.5 million.
Yeah, I can't not believe how small the budget is.
As well as it did. I have no problem believing Arnold is a killer machine. Cameron even said the accent added an almost synthesized quality, like the machines hadn't quite gotten the voice thing figured out.
Way to make fun of his accent.
Plus, there's so many quotable lines, suspenseful moments, and unforgettable images.
Fuck you, asshole.
T2 is the Fury Road of the series. This is certainly the original Mad Max. More gritty and low budget, but going above and beyond with what they had. Can it be corny? Sure, but that's part of the fun. And it balances out with the more gory and intense moments. It has the charm of a low-budget passion project, but the feel of a big-budget Hollywood epic. It's one of a kind and deserves to be looked at if you haven't already. I'm the Nostalgia Critic, and Terminator Month Day has just begun!
I was dreaming about dogs.
Who wakes up from a nap and is like, I was dreaming about dogs?
You want to hear about the dream?
That sounds like the equivalent of you're hearing that kid in the zombie makeup and he's like, I like turtles.
You want to know about the dream I had last night?
Was it about dogs?
No. I had
was it about cats?
I had 3
was
dreams.
it about Pokemon?
Stop it. I had 3 dreams last night. The first dream, right? Emily told me she was pregnant. I was like, and that stunned me so much, I woke up, right? I went back to sleep. And in that dream, she was still pregnant. I was like, God damn it! And then when I figured that out, stunned me, woke me up again. And then in the third dream, I spent the entire time like, shit, I only have like this amount of much money saved. I can't have a kid. And I know this is not gonna work out. And then eventually at the stress, I woke up and I was like, God damn it, Emily! Stop being pregnant! I'm trying to sleep! What a sentence, you know?
What a sentence. Holy shit.
And then, yeah. So, when it gets to, like, the second and third one, we're probably going to have to do these. Since we can't even watch the second one for T2 right now because it's not out yet.
Wait, what?
Like, if you want to watch the Nostalgia Critic for Terminator 2, we can't.
I know.
Okay.
Probably not next time we're together.
Yeah. I can hear you. I can't wait for, what's it called? I want to see what he makes fun of for, Terminator 3.
The rest of them?
Well, no, specifically Terminator 3. Because there was stuff in Terminator 3 that I thought was ridiculous. But it was kind of fun in a way, but like also lame. Like it has some cool imagery. Like there's a shot of like the Terminator holding up like a coffin with one arm and like shooting a machine gun with the other.
Yeah, it wasn't like the real like John Connor in that, and he's like protecting him.
Yeah, it's like a bullet. It's like a special bulletproof coffin.
No disrespect, but so the lead singer of Linkin Park died back in 2017, and someone put a meme of that, and they captioned it with the Linkin Park fandom protecting Chester, who was the lead singer, from the memes.
Okay. Protect him so he doesn't get memed. All right.
Because Linkin Park was an amazing band.
I remember I showed you like I think we were watching the Nostalgia Critic for like the Halloween guilty pleasures, and they were talking about Saw, and you were like, "That's Chester Bennington."
Yeah, that him.
He's in that movie. He dies. Again.
You're very disrespectful.
I'm sorry. I had to do it.
Anyways,
I when it comes, I joke about death, but I hope everyone's resting in peace. Except for like bad people like Hitler. I'm getting too philosophical here.
Stop it.
Just don't
end it.
Don't be a dick. My philosophy. There you go.
Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I'm Jace.
I'm Josh.
We will see you guys in the next one.